This is collapsed. At the last PAX, I saw this. I think it might have been in PAX Rising, or I don't remember what it was a part of, but it was on the floor somewhere, and it looked really interesting, and I hadn't heard of it before, but it was out. You know, it wasn't some upcoming game. It was a game that was already in the wild, so I grabbed their card or took a picture of their sign, or I did something to remember to grab it, then I went and wishlisted it. I think it might have even gone on sale in the past couple weeks. So a wonderful confluence of events led me to download this game. I've only played a few minutes of it, and I'm going to be starting over because I actually forgot everything about it. This has been a crazy month of work for me, and so you might notice that I have not streamed at all for several weeks, and I'm finally trying to get back into it. I think my workload might have calmed down just enough that I can do this consistently again. No promises. And I definitely, Tuesdays will be the hardest day for me to do it because I'll be working from home for the next several Tuesdays. And trying to stream with my son in the house is basically, I mean, if you just want to watch the toddler show, it'll be a very different experience from what you're seeing here. So, all right, so I get to choose which character I start as. Each of them has got different abilities and a different style of combat. I believe I chose this guy my first time through. Let's choose somebody else. Okay, so this guy's good against air enemies and a free shot once every 5 seconds, whatever that means. So just a big shooter person, okay. Bullet bust. Every range open hit increases global range damage. So if I get hit, I do more damage. Every melee attack increases. Okay, so basically getting hit with this guy is good because it makes me more powerful. You know what? Let's pick this guy because I intend to get hit quite a bit playing this game. I'm going to lower the camera a bit because apparently I'm slouchy. All right, I'm in the memory void. I think this is just the area. Yeah, this is just sort of almost the menu. Like I can upgrade my skills and stuff if I've earned anything, but I don't think I've earned anything. So let's go here. Enter the portal. So Not Jim Artis has joined us, and Bilbo's joined us. Thank you for coming back to the stream. I'm kind of surprised anyone wanted to show up because it's been so long since I've done anything useful here. Okay, so it looks like the HUD is everywhere except the upper left corner. So I should move myself to the upper left corner so that you guys can see everything that's going on the screen. All right, so I can run left and right, I can crouch, I can jump. Yes, I can jump. I can shoot with a big fat shotgun. Looks like I've got 75 shots, so I should avoid wasting them all. And I've got a bunch of melee attacks that, are they aimed based on, yeah, they're aimed based on where my cursor is. Okay, that's interesting. Cool. All right, so here we go. This map. Ah, hello. I was not expecting to suddenly drop into a zillion enemies. Okay. Hi. All right. Anyway, that was a fight. I lost half my health, and I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, more of you. No, I suck at this, don't I? Yes, I do. Are you alive? You're dead. Okay, good. Open loot box, and I got... What are these? I was hoping they would be health, but oh wait, no, I know how health works. I hold down the R key to recharge my health, and if I'm standing too close to these guys, I suck them in prematurely. All right, so I can climb basically any surface. I believe that these levels are procedurally generated, but I'm not dead certain. I don't have any items. Okay, so crafting is not a thing. Okay, let's try to be a little bit more thoughtful now about how I approach combat. Let's not get hit by bullets. Okay, here we go. What is this? Another portal? Oh, right. I remember what this is. When you open up a portal, it suddenly starts spawning a zillion enemies, and you have to defeat them all. That's right. So it's kind of like Risk of Rain that way, actually. A little bit Risk of Rain inspired, I think. Hello. Hey, red guy. What you doing? Alright. That is one thing about procedurally generated levels, is the fact that sometimes you'll get something like a, like a platform. It's just a little bit too high to jump to. Which, you know, if you've got wall climbing abilities, then whatever, you can pull it off. and so it's not technically an invalid level. But I think if a level designer had been designing this level, they would have said, hey, why don't we just make this a few pixels shorter so that you can get up onto it more easily. Wait, oh wait, do I have a double jump? Okay, well that actually mitigates that problem quite a bit. Oh, so I can enter this portal. Where does the portal take me? So Bilbo wants to know what I've been playing for the past few weeks since I've been away. So probably the main game that I've two main games have taken over my life. One was Control. For a long time, I was just playing nothing but Control until I 100%ed that game, and it was absolutely worth it. I should do it on the stream one of these days. I just got to figure out, now that I've 100%ed it, what exactly do I do? Start over from scratch? What do I? Am I dead? Oh, I'm dead. Hi. I didn't even notice that I was getting low on health. Well, what happens when you die? Anyway, Control is awesome. Also, Overland. I've been playing Overland on my Switch, and that I'm actually thinking of I don't know, trying to make some videos about Overland as well, because that game is it's the game I've always wanted to make. Like the reason I joined the State of Decay team was because I wanted to make a game like Overland, and State of Decay was the closest game to that I could imagine until Overland came out. I'm like, oh, okay, look, Overland. That's that game I wanted to make. I mean, I'm super into State of Decay as well now. I didn't know State of Decay existed when I started imagining a game like Overland. But yeah. Okay, so that last map was kind of this urban-y sort of map, and now I'm in this place. So basically, each time I start this game, just there's new stuff going on. All right, loot. Don't shoot me. Okay, so that red, I think, is it's this guy attacking from below. Okay, so, I was about to say, so far I haven't been hit, that's great, but then I got hit, so. Okay, so somebody is protecting other people with a shield, which is not cool. I'm not doing too bad this time. So it feels like they've definitely prioritized the character doing completely predictable things over the character's movements like being completely natural. Like there's a lot of cases where my character was just like, I'm gonna do my sword move exactly the way I'm supposed to do my sword move. Even if in the particular context it might be kind of strange. But that's fine. That's the kind of games make a lot of different choices. Like Assassin's Creed always prioritizes the animations looking good above most other concerns, and that's part of what gives Assassin's Creed its unique look and charm. This game looks like it's much more. It's one of those like 2D sort of paper dolly sort of games. Like your character moves kind of like a little paper doll. And I like this. You feel like you've got a lot of control over the way the character moves and behaves. Craft items. I don't even have any. Okay. Loot box. Okay, I do have an item now. What do I do with items? For inventory. Okay, I've got this thing. I can click it to equip it, and then it gets added to my weapon automatically. And so it adds to my fire rate. So, let's see, does this actually say? Okay, so does it show? Okay, my DPS is 173 with this weapon. I add the clip, magazine, and now it says 179. So that made a difference. So basically, I think the idea is you're collecting loot, you're building up your character over time, and like any roguelike, you're just trying to get as far as you can before your inevitable doom. Keep wanting to get as close as possible to these characters so that my shotgun will work. Awesome Twitch Dude says that he'd like to get State of Decay 2 on a Switch. I would love that too. I'm a big fan of my Switch, and a lot of games that are like State of Decay, you know, where it involves a lot of, you're spending a lot of time building up resources, stuff like that. That's the kind of game you want to play on a Switch because it's mobile. You can you know, take it anywhere. You can be really efficient with your use of time. So I think that sounds great. You know, there's challenges to doing that kind of thing, but I keep wanting to hit the right mouse button to close menus, and that does not work in this game. It actually does other things. But yeah, so Awesome Twitch Dude wanted me to confirm that Control is good. Yes, Control is very good. I am a huge, what is this? Ow, okay, that was... Well, that's what that does. One frustrating thing about roguelikes, I'll tell you this, is sometimes you don't know what a thing does, and then you find out when it kills you. That was the problem I had early on with Overland, was the fact that I kept dying to enemies I'd never met before, and I didn't know what they did. And, well, you know, that's fine, because once I did understand what they all did, I wanted to have that level of sort of challenge and consequences to my actions in that game. I wanted things like leaving someone behind to feel like a valid choice because I was so terrified of the consequences if I didn't. Like, you want to create those moments with a game like Overland, and so it needs that kind of thing. But while getting there, while I was learning, I would get frustrated sometimes by just losing an entire crew to the fact that I didn't really understand how the mechanics worked. So Awesome Twitch Dude wonders if Control gets repetitive because it all takes place in an office building. What an office building, though. I mean, that's kind of the... I mean, yes, it takes place in the coolest office building you have ever seen in your life. That's... I had no desire for it to go anywhere else. There are definitely lots of places where you feel like you've gone somewhere else because of the crazy, weird things that have that happen in that game. Are some enemies more vulnerable to melee and some more vulnerable to ranged? Ow! Wow! I just died that fast. Oh, that's awesome. So, Asgard. I have also been playing Borderlands 3. I haven't won it yet, and so I didn't list it in the list of games that I've totally won over the past few weeks, because Control and Overland, I got to the end of both of those. In fact, Control I 100%ed. Overland, I'm still working on trying to get all the badges. I haven't done that yet. And it's a great, I mean, it's the kind of game, it's kind of like XCOM and Invisible Ink for me, where even after I've beaten it once, I still have a desire to keep coming back to it and keep trying to maximize it and get better and better at it. Oh, whoa, these... Okay, I'm glad I don't have fall damage. I didn't realize that these little attacks, these little, like... little enemy bullets that I keep shooting out of the air, they actually have health. Like, I've just been... I felt like I was killing them effortlessly for a while. What is this? Memory node, what? Oh, lore. Okay, let's go. What's this? Some kind of thingy. Oh, look, okay, so I've been keeping my upgrades even as I died. That wasn't something I was really keeping track of. So electric power plate adds resistance and maximum health. That's cool. Ah! I need to remember that I can heal. I think, did one of my upgrades... What? I think the reason why I've been confused by the fact that I've suddenly been... I've suddenly been having trouble killing those little monsters. I think it's because one of my items... Let's see here. I think one of my items might have widened my spread. Yes, this widened my spread by 10%. So maybe I don't want it because I kind of like having a little bit more of a tight angle on this stuff. Like I just shot right past me. I'm glad I can shoot through platforms. That's very helpful. been a couple of times where I tried to jump up to where a guy was because I thought that was my only way to fight them. But apparently not true. Nope. Get away from me with your bullets and things. Ow. Alright. So let's remember to heal. I'm going to hold the R button and heal up my health. A little bit more. Okay, cool. That stuff's green. It looks like it's made out of my health. Ah, these guys are... What the heck? What? Oh, they got shields. Gotta get behind their shields. What's this? Oh, it's another portal. I'm not gonna use the portal until I've cleared out these other dudes. I just gotta jump behind them and take them out. Okay, cool. Now, enemies are spawning everywhere. Fast, fast enemies. Away from me. Okay, so you can see I'm blocked off while I'm fighting in this portal. Can't leave. But it also means enemies from elsewhere can't come in, which is helpful. Can't just get a bunch of ads from all the noise I'm making. Is that it? Nope. Yeah! Wait, so I'm still blocked off? Do I need to... I guess we'll go in. Oh, no, we open it and stuff comes out. Dang it. Alright, so let's fill up our health again. Asgard says that he really likes the way this game looks. Yeah, it's really nice. It's got a unique art style. I like the, it's kind of cartoony, but it's got really fine lines and lots of nice, simple, sort of solid textures. Ow. That hurt a little bit. Let's heal up. Now I'm all out of green stuff. Gotta get more green stuff. Alright, so my map tells me I need to go up over here and probably up over here. So I haven't been doing enough up action. Okay, I think I'm still slouching. I gotta move my camera down a little bit more there. There, I can slouch like crazy now. So slouchy. Well, this table is just so low. I don't have a lot of alternatives. I do like the feeling of, like, because I've got this shotgun with the wide spread, like, I like the feeling of sort of just flinging myself at an enemy so that I can kill them real fast. It's actually kind of how I've been playing Borderlands. I've been specking out my shotguns. I mean, been like focusing on getting fancy shotguns and just getting real close to enemies. I'm playing as Amara. Okay, I've got no healing. Yeah, Amara's good at close range, so I've been focusing a lot on shotguns, and I've got the ability where she does that little fist that grabs enemies, and then that fist repeats itself if you keep killing the enemies, and that one's a lot of fun to chase around. Okay, we got a loot box. Let's grab the loot box. Maybe it's got... Well, I needed ammo. That's cool. I needed health more, but whatever. This one's already open. Well, let's do this portal, see what happens, see if I can survive. Very little help. The downside of having to fling myself directly at enemies is getting hit a lot. So that was that. Cycle interrupted. Cycle reboot. Well, let's try again. There probably is a way for me to be like upgrading my character or something. Next time I die, which I'm sure will be soon, let's give a try to the other options. Ooh, I haven't seen this tile set. So in Borderlands, I've gotten very used to the fact that I can just eat a certain amount of damage. Got shields and things, and you know, Amara's got the recharging health. That is not the case in this game. Okay, so what does this give me? So it increases my... Wait. This is reducing my damage, but I can acidify enemy, and my crit chance is higher. This is increasing my damage and giving me resistance. Okay, oh, and I deal 30% more damage against acidified enemies. Okay, so these two are complementary. So I'm doing less damage here, but I'm acidifying enemies. And then I do enough damage to compensate to the acidified enemies. Maybe it's enough to compensate. I'm not actually sure. We'll have to find out. Hi, what are you? You're bad, is what you are. Oh my gosh, you're even worse. There are bad things here. Okay, let's try to heal. Hi, where are you gonna go? Are you gonna... Okay, go that way, that's fine. Let's just stay here, where the big spinny bladey things don't go. Come here. How am I not dead yet? Being dead by now is kind of my style. That guy didn't see me. Ow. Of course I had to get in the face at least once. Was that it? That's the whole thing? Yep, I got my thingies. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to start having to make more careful decisions. So we've got... Are these identical? But this one increases my maximum health instead. Yeah, let's get the one that increases my maximum health instead of electricity resistance, which I don't even know how many enemies to expect to have electrical damage. Woo! I just want to get through one of these levels just to find out what that's like. I can't quite tell the difference a lot of the time between a collapsing dead body and an enemy who's still active. So after I kill an enemy, I'm like, you look just like your alive friends, and you're scary. I should probably be trying to use less ammo. I don't know. So what is this? Phase generator. Melee crit chance goes up. Oh, that's cool. Guess I should use melee occasionally. Okay, already been here. Where have I not been? Southeast and southwest, by which I mean down right and down left. So this is some healthy stuff. What is this? More maximum health. Yes, I like maximum health going up. This, oh, ah. All these dead bodies looking just like alive bodies. So how do I tell if I'm acidifying enemies? Lore. Okay. this one. I like how freaking mobile the character is. You know, jumping around on the walls in this game, it's not quite as liberating as, teleporting in the dishwasher, but it's in that same kind of zone as far as making me feel like I've got a lot of freedom. Ah! Of course, I'm trying to dodge that thing and I barrel straight into it. All right, portal time. Ow, I don't want to know what that thing is. Probably a bomb, right? Ow! Ah, so many little projectiles. Let's avoid them. Enter the portal. So this is, this is the portal I can escape through? Is that? Oh, so I think I have beaten a level before. I just didn't realize that's what I was doing. So I probably just beat that level, I guess. Now I'm in the second level. Oh, and this is where I am just instantaneously died last time. That's right. Before I engage, what does this do? Reduces my damage and electrifies people. Well, let's see if that's useful. It seemed like it might be useful. I don't know. These enemies are doing a lot of damage with each hit. Ow. Looks like they do subscribe to my favorite theory about how you balance difficulty in games, which is you don't increase the enemy's health at times, you increase their damage. Because you don't want to mess with the pace and the tedium of the game. You want to make it more challenging, make it require more skill. And that means, requiring the player to make fewer mistakes. And so that means, setting enemies up with, explode on death, deal active, oh, yes. So let's actually give up some of our max health for that. Acid resistance, increased melee damage. Oh, run velocity was good. Let's leave that where it is. Okay. Anyway, you don't want to mess up the pace of your game by making it just take longer to defeat enemies. You want it to be harder, which means requiring more player skill, which means usually means requiring players to make fewer mistakes. And so upping an enemy's damage instead of their health is often the better move when it comes to trying to make the game harder and more interesting without just, messing up the pacing of it. Bilbo says Jeffrey makes writers cry. Yeah, I probably do. Because I never read lore stuff. Okay, so I can make... So, I don't know how this works. So I just put some stuff in here. Or what do I... How does this... Am I making this by putting these in as ingredients? If so, how? How am I doing it? I can't tell how this interface works. So I'm going to not use it. Which I'm absolutely certain is an experience people have had in games that I have made as well. Ow, ow, ow. Too many bad things happening. How am I not dead? The last time I did something ridiculous like that, I was just immediately killed. I do like the Dead Cells style of healing, where basically instead of just granting you health, they grant you a resource that you can use to increase your health between fights. This game does both, though, which is interesting. I kind of would have expected the game to do one or the other, to just sort of decide either healing takes time or healing does not take time. You know, either healing requires you to finish combat and get away from combat, or healing requires you to charge into combat and grab pickups. But this game, I mean, both of those choices are valid, and it feels like both of those choices kind of want to be in different games. So it's interesting that this game has chosen to do both. To have a traditional health pickup and a health recharge. Okay, let's open this portal. It's interesting to, I mean, you know, if you played shmups, you know, there's sort of, there's definitely an important skill there, which is dodging bullets. Dodging bullets when you can just fly around with a spaceship is one thing. Dodging bullets when you're running around with a character is, it's just a whole other thing. It just kind of reminds me of one game that I love to recommend is Retimed on the Switch. It's a downloadable game. It's like a 4-player couch competition sort of game. My kids and I love to play it. But they do a great job of letting you dodge bullets in real time. Like, basically, you're shooting bullets at each other, and each bullet, when it gets close to a character, causes both the bullet and the character to go into bullet time. And then you have a lot of controls for sort of ducking and weaving and dodging the bullets. So you end up doing way more bullet dodging than you would imagine possible. Ow! Okay, that was bad. That also is bad. Wait, that was... Okay, so I can climb that wall. That's good to know. I don't even know how I'm supposed to get past... Oh, all of those things. Ah! I was trying to heal and jump over it. I don't even... Yeah, seriously, when the things are that dense, do I have a defensive move I can do? I can't tell. Huh. Well, I'm running out of lunch break, but before I go anywhere else, let's see what else is in here. Upgrade your skills and unlock new items. So let's see, do I have anything I can unlock here? So, okay, raising my maximum health. This is in progress. Okay, so right-click to upgrade. So once I upgrade that, I can... Okay, so I get items unlocked. By the way, look how enormous this tree is. There's a lot of room to keep going. Okay, so I'm spending a resource on this, 200 of this stuff to increase my health. And let's see here. Heavy boots. Falling creates an explosion that deals 50% of the enemy's max hit points. Okay, yeah, sure. Duck Hunter Trinket. Airborne units receive half again as much damage. Oh, I can't afford that one yet. It's 500. Oh, and I need to get special items for these? Okay, interesting. And Defense Flask, sure. Okay, so I just unlocked some stuff. Let's get started with a new level just to see what effect that had. But I am going to have to go because my lunch break is running out. All right, let's look at our inventory. So, is this... Okay, so I don't have the defense flask as an item that it said that I got, but maybe I just naturally got. I forgot what that defense flask was supposed to do. I just realized I should have looked so I could see what my stats looked like. Oh well, interesting. Anyway, so that is collapsed. Let's go out to the menu here. That is collapsed. I like it. It's a cool game. It's part of, you know, one of those that genre of indie games, which is, you know, we made a cool 2D, you know, side scroller where, you know, you can upgrade your character and it's a roguelike. Like, it feels like it's sort of dead center in sort of the indie game space, but they did, you know, the execution on it is really nice. So the character control feels really smooth. It feels, like I said, it reminded me a lot of the Dishwasher. In that, you know, I felt like I had a lot of mobility and I could move around and dodge bullets and things like that. To, you know, despite the fact that my character does experience gravity and all these normal things, I still felt like I had a lot of power. So, anyway, so that was really cool. Let's go and wrap up the YouTube video. Where do I do that again? I think it's here. It is here, and I turned that thing on. I've forgotten how to stream, but that's okay. So I'll get this video posted to YouTube and get a subscribe button up there and all that stuff.